That's all it is, Miles. A leap of faith.
Like, what's up, danger? Like, what's up, danger?
Retain gang, what's poppin', man? This your boy Tay, back at y'all again. Yo, I appreciate y'all for clicking on this video, man. Make sure y'all follow all my socials, like the video, hit that bell, turn on all post notifications so you don't miss a video. I greatly appreciate you. So I'm still getting questions from guys who can't find their soul purpose. They don't know what it is. They don't know how to find it. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. You are the only person that can find your soul purpose. Not me, not your parents, not your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. Nobody else can find your soul purpose but you. Seek and thou shalt find. When you seek the answers, you will be put on a path to find what you seek. Okay? But it's a process. It's a process. You're not going to just go from 0 to 100. You're not going to just ask what my purpose is today and be on your purpose tomorrow. That's not how it works. So for this video, man, I got 3 keys to finding your soul purpose. All right, so make sure y'all watch the whole thing, man. Make sure y'all get y'all pen and pad, take notes, whatever you got to do to memorize this. All right. The first thing, guys, that you want to do is you have to know yourself. See, sometimes we don't get the answers that we seek because we ask the wrong questions. Instead of asking what your purpose is, you should start off asking, who am I? Who am I? Who is this person that I am every day? This person that I see in the mirror, who am I? Who is this? You guys know I ran track in college. So my freshman year, everything that I thought I knew about myself, I had to be broken down to be built back up. Right? My coach broke me down. Back to the fundamentals, the basics. My coach observed me, observed how I, my form. I was a hurdler, so he observed how I hurdled. Looking at my form, my technique, studying my tendencies, studying my habits. My coach had to study me so he can make a valid observation on what I need to work on. And that's what you need to do for yourself. You have to become a neutral observer of yourself. This is why meditation is so important. I don't care what nobody say. You have to learn how to be still and become a neutral observer of yourself. What are your tendencies? What are your habits? What are your urges? What is your routine like? What do you do every single day? Why do I tend to do this at 5 o'clock? Why do I, when I get off work, I go to my room and jerk off to the cheeks? You know what I'm saying? Whatever it might be, but you have to study yourself. You take away logic. You take away any theories. You take away judgment, and you just observe yourself. And when you do this, it's like you're taking notes. You get to learn who you are. Right? It's just like the caterpillar, man. The caterpillar purpose is to become a butterfly and fly. But the caterpillar cannot fly yet because it's not in the proper form. It's not in its final form yet. It has to evolve. So in order for that caterpillar to evolve, it has to go back into a cocoon, go back within. You have to do the same thing. You have to go back within and study self. Who am I? That's the first question. Before you can find your purpose, you got to find who you are. All right. The second step is to re-educate and reprogram yourself. Whew, boy, this is a hard one. A lot of folks can't do this one. When they get to this step, they crash. They crash and burn. Because all this programming that we've adopted since we were children is hard to break. It's hard to break old ideologies. When you thought you knew everything about the world, and then all of a sudden, your world shatters into pieces, and you got to pick it back up and rearrange it to what it is. That's hard to do. That's hard to swallow. After my coach broke me down, he had to re-educate me, reprogram me. My form, the technique that I had in high school wasn't cutting it for this level. So I had to relearn my form. I had to be re-educated on why this works and how to place my body in certain positions to be more efficient. I had to learn my craft. I had to learn myself. So that re-education process, that's the evolution. The caterpillar, when it's in its cocoon, it literally breaks down into a liquid. That caterpillar, every cell in that caterpillar has to be reprogrammed and re-educated on how to become a butterfly, how to fly. It has to adopt the characteristics of a butterfly. This is what you got to do with yourself. You got to reprogram yourself, re-educate yourself. Everything that you thought you knew about this world, about yourself, it's time to change it. Every cell in your body has to be reprogrammed to what you want to become, right? You got to reach that final form. You have to die and be resurrected. And this is what this is all about, guys. This is a process. Finding your purpose, living out your soul purpose, becoming righteous, becoming the higher version of yourself is a process. It takes time. It took my whole freshman year just for me to relearn myself. Proper form, proper technique, confidence. It took time, guys. All right, you're not going to find your purpose tomorrow. Rome wasn't built in a day. To rebuild yourself back up and re-educate yourself takes time, right? You know, you got to be like a scientist with yourself. A scientist, whenever they study, whether it's animals, whether it's elements, they make observations first. You sit back and you study whatever you're watching in its natural habitat. You look at the tendencies, the habits, the routine. And then from there, you come up with a conclusion. Okay? Don't be afraid to go back inside yourself. And don't let nobody make you fearful of going inside yourself. Everybody want to deem everything demonic. What are you afraid of? You are a child of the Most High God. So what do you have to be afraid of? Right? You need to learn how to go back inside the darkness, closing your eyes. This is the only way that you rise up. You got to isolate yourself. You got to go back into the darkness. You got to go back into your cocoon. The final step into finding your soul purpose is now you have to reinforce your will to the truth, your will for your purpose, and your will to the light. You got to reinforce it. How do you do this? Now that you've reprogrammed yourself, you've learned yourself, you've gained control over yourself, your tendencies, your habits, you know who you are. Now you can start to put all your energy into your purpose. What is my soul purpose? Now you're ready to find that answer. See, before, you wasn't ready yet because, for one, you didn't know who you were. So if you don't know who you are, how do you know what your abilities are? How do you know what your powers are, your gift? You don't know that until you find out who you are. And then you had to re-educate yourself on what you thought you knew. Relearn, reprogram. Clean out your subconscious, clean out your temple. Free up space so that you can receive energy and downloads and light codes. Now that you've done these things, now you're gonna receive the information that you need to fulfill your soul purpose. The first thing you gotta do is realize that you aren't a caterpillar no more. See, now it's time to leave the cocoon. You didn't rearrange yourself, you didn't reprogram yourself. You're not a caterpillar no more. When you emerge from that cocoon, now you're a butterfly. Now you have different attributes. Now it's time to use and strengthen your abilities. See, before you was used to crawling, but now you can fly. So you got to get used to flying now. Get used to the wind. You got to get used to the maneuvers. You got to get used to the speed. This is the fine tuning. This is what you do. You put your energy into strengthening the will to the light, the will to your purpose. Do the small tweaks. When I was running track, after that first year, my freshman year, after reprogramming myself and relearning my form, relearning who I was, it was time for me to do the small drills, the small special drills that's going to help me become a champion, right? How can I make my trail leg faster over the hurdle? Doing drills to improve that. How can I be 0.1 seconds faster over the hurdle? How can I get my rhythm down faster? How can I become faster out the blocks? Doing drills to accomplish these goals. This is what you got to do for yourself. Now that you know your powers, it's time to do drills to strengthen that. How do you do that? Well, for one, you got to keep your affirmations solid, right? The meditation never stops. You always got to take time out to be a neutral observer of yourself so that you can see where you're going, where you came from. All right? If you don't do this, man, you're going to be lost. You're going to be lost. If you don't know how to be still, you're going to be lost. If you don't know how to be still and quiet your mind and find peace within your heart, how do you expect to find answers? How do you expect to hear the Most High God talking to you? The Spirit guides, your higher self. You can't receive the downloads and light codes. You can't receive your objective until you learn to be still. Okay? You strengthen your will by doing this every single day. Always asking the question, what is my purpose? Even if you're on your purpose, you always ask the question. I ask the question every single day. I ask the Most High God to guide me every single day. Guide me on a righteous path. Right? Guide me to the path that's going to help me become the best version of myself, mentally, spiritually, physically. Every single day. You have to reinforce yourself. Every single day that you wake up, you have to refine who you are, because you're not the same person you were yesterday. It never stops. The work never stops. These are the keys to finding your purpose, your soul mission. I'm not talking about your job, how to make more money. I'm talking about your soul mission. The reason why your soul signed up to come back down here. There's something that you need to do, and you need to get on it. There is no coincidence why you guys are watching these videos. For my guys that's on their SR journey, there's no coincidence of why you started that, why you watch retention videos. Because something inside of you, your soul was speaking to you, trying to get you on your path. That was the foundation. You know, semen retention is going to force you in a way to figure out who you are, learning your tendencies, gaining control over your habits. That's the first step. Okay? You have to gain control over self before you can do anything else. That's just what it is. I can't give y'all the answer on what your purpose is. Only you can. You got the Most High God with you. You got your higher self. You have an army with you that's willing to help you out. That's right there for you. You got to use the tools, man. Use those tools. Ask for help. Seek and thou shalt find. It's that simple. You are your greatest teacher. Remember that. Nobody else can teach you better than yourself. Nobody. So rely on yourself. Go back inside. Go back within. Go back in the darkness and find that light. Retain Gang, it's your boy Tay. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section what y'all would like me to talk about next. Y'all have a beautiful day, man. And I'm out.